That day started like any other. I woke up in my familiar room. Nothing unusual. Outside the window, a light rain was falling, creating a peaceful atmosphere. I made a cup of coffee and sat down at my desk, preparing for a long day at the office. Lately, my job had been quite stressful. The projects seemed never-ending, and I was constantly trying to find a balance between work and personal life. But today, something felt different. A strange feeling I couldn't quite explain, as if something was about to happen. That morning, I had no important meetings, no urgent deadlines. I was just going through my usual tasks, replying to emails, organizing my schedule for the upcoming week, and planning for long-term projects. I wore my usual shirt and went to work like any other day. Everything felt safe, stable. But sometimes, change comes in the quietest moments. I never thought that a phone call, a simple phone call, could change everything. Around noon, while I was working in the office, my phone rang. It was an unfamiliar number. I answered without thinking much, as I often got calls from recruiters or partners. But when the voice on the other end spoke, I immediately realized this wasn't just any ordinary call. "Hello, this is Sarah from XYZ Company. After reviewing your application, we're pleased to inform you that you've been selected as a top candidate for the marketing director position at our office." I couldn't believe my ears. Everything seemed to stop for a few seconds. Marketing director? This was the opportunity I'd been waiting for all this time. I had worked so hard to get a chance like this, and now it was right in front of me. But I didn't know how to react. A mix of excitement, overwhelming emotion, and a bit of nervousness took over. Sarah kept talking, but all I could hear were vague words. "Congratulations, you'll be receiving an official offer from us." After the call ended, I sat back in my office chair, unable to believe what had just happened. I looked around. Everything was still the same, but my feelings had completely changed. My entire life had been full of challenges and hardships, and now it felt like all that effort had finally paid off. A big opportunity was coming, and I knew it would change everything. But in that moment, I also felt anxious. How could I handle this new role? Would I be able to meet expectations? I looked at my desk, filled with documents, reports, and pending projects, but now they all felt like part of the past, a past I was ready to leave behind to embrace a greater challenge. And then I realized, that's life. Opportunities don't come often, but when they do, they bring profound change. I knew I'd have to face many challenges in this new role, but I felt that this was the time for me to step up and transform. This was the turning point I had been preparing for, and I wasn't going to miss it. With newfound confidence, I wrote down a list of things to do to prepare for the new job. I no longer felt afraid. Instead, I felt excited, ready to face the opportunities and challenges ahead. So there it was, a single phone call that changed my life. An opportunity that didn't come easily, but when it did, I was ready to embrace it. If you're also looking for a life-changing opportunity, stay persistent and always be prepared, because you never know when the big moment will come. And when it does, remember, you're ready to embrace it and make it your own. Have you ever received a life-changing opportunity? Share your story with me in the comments below. Thank you for listening to mine.